Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Anton, it looks like the people are starting to get fed up with the biases. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not that. Maybe. But that's why we're here. Because we need to find out what is actually going on between you and your people. Anyway, roll footage.
No. What part of that, if any of that, am I off on?
I don't know. No, you're not.
Are you Nick Sanchez or?
He wasn't talking to you. I'm the one that asked the question. Sit down. Close your mouth. Stop shaking your head.
Don't start with me. This is my body. This is my head. You cannot tell me what to do.
Stop being
I'll
ghetto.
be ghetto. That's fine, honey. I'll be ghetto, and you be sassy.
Gosh, Jesus.
Come for me, I come for you.
You've never made me before.
I'm sorry? Oh, okay.
Keep talking, big mouth.
You just gotta have all the light. Everybody pay attention to Quentin. He wants all of the limelight.
That's not my name.
Send them your nudes, male and female, if you like. He wants all the attention.
Do you want to talk about nudes, ma'am? Are we talking about nudes? Are we talking about nudes?
Quentin, don't start with me.
You don't want to brought up nudes? Not me.
Let's do Quentin next. Exactly. Let's do Quentin next. Let's figure out why he
Miss Sanchez.
Send them, and I'm gonna rate them 1 through 10. Go ahead, send them.
Is this how y'all interact with each other all the time?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just hang up usually.
I wish you would.
She can't handle a man of my I don't put up with her shit and she don't like it.
Quentin, no, it's not that I don't put up with your shit. It's just you're rude and you don't know how to talk to people. Once you learn how to speak to a woman, then things will be different for you in your situation.
I don't know how to speak to a woman that talks like that.
And that's fine. That means, I mean, I am who I am, and people accept me for who I am. If you can accept me for who I am, then I'm not for you.
Say me, don't say women. Say me.
I just want to put this out there real quick. Y'all go and you watch certain things for certain reasons, and for a lot of y'all, that type of exchange is entertaining to you. And it's nothing wrong with that if that's your preference. I personally don't mind exchanging thoughts between me and whoever's on the panel. The name calling and all the extra stuff, that's childish to me. I would rather you just go somewhere else for that. If you're looking for me to shame the people on my platform or take it to elementary, I'll kick you if you punch me. I'm not doing all that. I'm still waiting to see like what the issue here with everybody is though. Hold on.
Okay,
you don't know how to talk to me, not women.
And that's okay, love. I'm not here for your approval.
I'm not your love. What are you talking about?
That's perfectly fine. Y'all hear that? Thank you.
Why are you shaking your head? Why are you shaking your head like that? Are you mad? Are you afraid?
Who you talking
to? This is so ghetto. All right, continue.
What do you want us to continue to do?
Whatever the previous conversation. Oh, we were talking about men being a reflection of their women. Is what was the subject.
She gotta ask Anton to do you next, so that's what we were at.
Do me next. Why would he do that to me? Why would Anton? That's weird for him to do that to me.
It's been a weird night.
Why would he think about that with me with the dude? That's kind of weird.
What?
Like, why would they ask that of you? What kind of woman would Quentin like? Why would he think about that? That's awkward.
Quentin does not give permission for analyzation, so we gotta.
Okay, what's your assessment, Anton?
Molly, what do you think about this interaction between Quentin and?
She don't get to talk about it.
Yes, she does.
She's biased. She's biased. Nope, you don't get to talk about it. She's biased as hell. No,
Molly, what do you think about this recent interaction with Quentin and Miss Sanchez?
I think it's very unfortunate that we got to see they break up right here on this live stream.
We have to be together to break up. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, shit.
The worst state to live in right now.
You know what's dangerous about this? When you have these successful platforms and you have these different personalities up there, you tend to grow a connection and relationship with these people off camera. Like, if you really are trying to do something and make something out of it, you have to communicate off screen. You have to be locked in with these folks. And the closer you get, the more it's going to show on screen. And it, for some people, it makes it more difficult for them to have conversations where there is no biases, if that makes sense. You expect them to kind of side more with you because y'all cool, so you can't really say what the hell you really want to say.
That's crazy.
Carrie is the host. I don't know why you asking me.
Who? Asking who? I'm not asking a question. I said it's crazy.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if we need a little bit more time for this because I'm kind of feeling like Molly.
What are you feeling like, Carrie?
We're not together to break up.
Give me a second, Quentin. Let me see something real quick. Carrie, what are you feeling like?
I don't really understand how their dynamic, like they usually end up at this point with one another. Well, I know why Miss Sanders.
She won't shut up.
Because I don't understand why Quentin is so
like I've said it to her in person before. Like, I like women that just shut the hell up.
Yeah, but she's not Miss Sanchez
I
doesn't
would
just
say that to any woman.
But Miss Sanchez,
and that's the problem.
You can't say that.
But she doesn't just run off at the mouth. She answered Anton's question and you just like came at her.
What question are you speaking about? Are you being on code? Is that what you're doing for women?
No, Anton said what type of man. So you asked, one of y'all asked about what type of man she would be with. Anton
I was having a conversation with Anton, and then he asked her permission, and then me and Anton were talking, and then she kept it in.
Wrong. He asked me was it true?
He said was,
and then that was the end. That's the end of your permission, and was that true? Was the end of the conversation with you? And then
I never got the answer because you started speaking for me and answering it for me.
Why are you shaking your head?
Because it's mine. It's on my body.
Why you got wrinkles in your forehead?
Because it's mine and it's my body.
Straight enough.
That's the thing I don't quite understand with Quentin. Beyond, I get it when he does it like with us, who he doesn't like that. I I don't get.
What do you mean I don't like?
I don't get.
That's
I don't
so
get why he
rude.
does that to women that he has, somewhat of an interest in. I don't get that because it makes me wonder the women who you really interact with.
I don't switch up for nothing. I am who I am to everybody. I don't switch up.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that because
if I don't think you act right, I'm gonna say something about it. There's clearly a reason I'm single, and if this is what it is, I'm fine with it.
So you don't think Miss Sanchez was acting right?
No, I think she run her mouth too damn much. She knows that I've said it before.
Can't say that, bro.
What do you mean? I've told her to shut the hell up before, and she hung up on me.
You ain't never told me to shut the
Yes,
first
I
of all.
did.
There it is. Now we get into it. Voicing your opinions. What are we doing here? Are we specifically picking and choosing who we get to address up here? Now, I'm not, like I said before, I'm not with the name call and all that extra stuff. You can disagree with a person without doing all that. Hold up.
Hold on, let's not get on this internet faking and funking.
Yes,
You ain't
I
never
did.
told me to shut the hell up. And this is the
Oh,
problem.
sorry. I remember.
No.
I remember exactly what I said. I didn't say shut the hell up. I said shut
Because
the
if this
fuck up.
was a serious situation where me and you was really doing something and you got on the internet and you try to put this shit out there, it would never be a motherfucking thing. I'm gonna set that out clear. You never in life told me to shut the
finger
hell
wagging, cussing.
It's
this
mine.
is not.
Yeah,
see,
you
this
want the
is not a
ghetto, you
reflection
can
of
get
the
the ghetto.
This is not the reflection of the woman. This is not a reflection of me.
You heard what I
This is
said.
not- this
I
is not it.
said
I'm proving
what I
I'm-
said.
I'm proving a point to you, Anton. I'm proving a point.
You're not proving nothing to me.
This is not a reflection of the woman I would date, Anton. This is not correct.
Praise him.
Jesus.
What's the problem?
Can I ask a question, Quentin?
Yeah, you can.
The way that you are interacting with her, is that a reflection of how you would treat a woman that you would date?
No, not that. No, women that are less that I don't have to handle it don't look the same. Like women aren't supposed to be handled. I hate when people say you can't handle somebody. You're not supposed to handle a woman. And if I have to handle you, I don't want to. I don't want to handle nobody. That's weird. Are you an animal? That's fucking weird as shit.
Jesus.
FYI, you can I keep saying this shit. You can deal with certain situations without being overly aggressive and poking your chest out. There's ways that you can handle people who are essentially not operating in the same space that you are. I don't know what their history is. I do know that when I watched them, like a lot, they cut each other off a whole lot. I hate that shit. That's the one thing I hate about watching other creators. They be cooking, but the consistent talking over each other and then it turns into an argument and all that. I can't stand that.
What's the problem, man? Why are you breathing so hard?
Because you can't talk like that.
I can talk however I want to mouthy humans.
All right, let me tell you why you can't talk like that.
No, men or women. If they get mouthy and start doing all that, I'm gonna say something back.
Let me tell you why you can't talk like that. Because assessing, okay, so we talk about different subjects. Like let's take Brittany Renner, right? And we say, oh man, she acting like a hoe right now. That's much different than saying that about somebody that you know in real life.
I didn't call her a whore.
I didn't say you called her. I'm using this.
But the thing about it is, she knows. She knows.
You asked for it. He loves an entrance.
Watch this. Who she is. So if I'm saying it out loud, it shouldn't be a problem.
You're missing it, bro. You're missing it. All right. So look, let's assume for the sake of conversation that me and Molly is in a relationship, right? And I'm talking to Molly and whatever we got going on, let's say whatever we interact with in real life, right? However I deal with it, let's say I hold her accountable for whatever reason, right? And let's remove like how I say it, but me holding her accountable. I know her in real life. We in a relationship, and I hold her accountable, right? I would never do that on the internet.
Well, you're not
So how give me a second. So how I deal with a person that I know in real life, I wouldn't seriously deal with her in that same way on the internet. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't, because I've had a contentious conversation with Kim as well, and she was fine.
No, but not.
Yeah,
it wasn't real.
We've yelled and argued at each other, yes, and we were fine. Like, we know where we stand, we know what it is, and we've never had any kind of blowout in 18 years, and our back and forth has been worse.
Like you would never ever see me hold my girl accountable.
It's not my girl.
You listen, I'm talking about people. I use Molly as an example. I'm using my girl as anybody that I like not. I'm talking about serious. I ain't talking about like no subject on the internet or nothing.
Bro. I get what you're saying. However, me being a watcher, and I'm sure a number of people have watched before, this is not applicable, and it doesn't even make sense because I see how the format is set up. The conversations get intense when people talk over each other, when names get and slanders get thrown out there against one another. That's when everybody is like, oh, they fighting and this, that, and the third. If everybody just let everyone talk and get their stuff off respectfully without impeding and answering for them, things would be a lot smoother. Now, what you're trying to say is they know each other in real life. This is what I was going back to earlier. Because you know a person in real life, you gotta tread light with how you speak up here, but the conversations are supposed to be organic and pure and not tainted. So you should be free to be who you are up here and off screen, whether or not you know the person or not. If anything, the fact that you know them should be more reason why the conversations remain authentic. But you saying be one way with them here, wait until you get off camera and then tell them how you really feel. Like it's a controlled environment.
Like that. Like I would never, if I had any interest in her whatsoever, even if I didn't have any interest in her whatsoever, I wouldn't like try to embarrass her, if that makes sense.
I didn't try to embarrass her. I didn't say nothing that she wasn't doing.
But let's say hypothetically that
you have on goggles, because if we were on any other panel, I'm not. This what I want to say. I'm not going to say it. I'll leave it to you.
Say it. I mean, you can say it to me.
No. Can continue your.
Oh, no. Don't listen.
You hear how he just said, "I ain't even gonna do it." That's build up. And I'm looking over at Slimmy like, yeah, it's about to go down. It's probably about that time. Enough is enough. See, Anton, what you don't understand is, man, I understand the position you in, and you trying to keep relationships. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you care too much. But you're not really being neutral here, brother. You're not. Anybody who's ever watched this show at any point, you already know how this go. Go ahead, let them cook.
So you can't say what you want to say to Miss Sanchez and then mince words when it come to me.
Well, it wasn't about you.
Yeah,
It's about how there's certain women on this panel. If they were elsewhere, it wouldn't be tolerated.
I don't
In
understand.
men's spaces, it wouldn't be tolerated elsewhere.
I don't care about what other people doing. I'm talking about how I move and how we move.
That's what I said. You got the goggles, and we're over here. That's what I said. But I'm
how do I have goggles?
I'm consistent everywhere I go.
How do I have goggles?
I'm the person. I am who I am. I'm gonna show who I am, and either you fucking like it or you don't.
How do I have goggles?
How do you? I don't know, because you went to Walmart and bought them. I don't know. You went to the Molly aisle. You went to the Mika aisle. You went to the Miss Sanchez aisle like a month ago. Like what you mean?
I guess the thing about it is this. So
you didn't go to the Slimmy and Q aisle and get no goggles.
No. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. This is a good conversation to have. If you notice, don't matter if it's Carrie, Molly, Miss Sanchez, Lex, Mika, or Kim.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't never seen me call them a bitch or call them out their name or any of that type of stuff before, right? And it's a reason for that. It's because I know these people and I understand, like I respect them as women, and because like they won't get out of line with me. They'll debate a subject hard, which is what I like and which is what I want, but they'll never disrespect me. They'll never say nothing that's out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? To say that. And it's the same. I reciprocate it, right? I reciprocate that same energy. And I think that the very basic thing that you have to have with people that you interact with or that you work with in real life is that there has to be a basic level of respect.
There should be a basic level of respect for everybody who you invite on your show. Why is it selective to the people that you personally know? I do agree, the name calling and all that, because you don't like that's doing too much. Y'all grown, all of you. Just say I disagree. This is why I disagree. X, Y, and Z. All that, nah, that's doing too much. Now what you're telling me is you don't really respect me, or you're not showing me that level of respect that I'm showing you, and you're taking it somewhere that it shouldn't be going in the first place. And you expect everybody to respond the way that you respond, because frankly, they're not giving you what they're giving the other panelists. That's why you can say what you're saying. Hold on.
At a very basic level, we got to respect each other. You know what I'm saying? And so even if it does go out of pocket, then that means
that's not true. Then your definition of respect is skewed.
How?
Because there's been women that said stuff about me that's disrespectful, and like Molly's like you cake for the LGBT community. I've never done that.
That's disrespectful.
And she's insinuated that I'm they. That's disrespectful. And what do you mean? No, that's not okay. Yeah, that's what I said. Where your disrespect is skewed. Like, what's disrespectful?
How is my disrespect? No. I talk about my experience with dealing with the women. I'm not speaking about what your experience is with dealing with women.
Well,
your experience is not the same as theirs. You're being very political here. You can't tell or make people feel how you feel. Everybody there is getting paid to be there. You are paying them to be there. Of course, they're going to act a certain way. Of course, they're going to give you a different level of consideration and empathy and respect. Of course, they're going to monitor the way that they communicate with you. They got something to lose. Deep down inside, though, you would probably be surprised at how they really feel about some of your takes and approaches. I could be wrong, but I could tell that this is where this conversation is headed. Because you keep talking about you ain't putting yourself in their shoes, and you're doing it intentionally.
I don't get that.
The worst fucking state to live in right now is Maryland, and nobody's.
That's fine. That's fine. I do. And when I get there, you're gonna hear what I gotta say.
I ain't never called nobody out their name, and they still talk to me crazy.
No, dang, Slimmy talking tonight.
So that, I don't know what you're talking about, AD.
What do you mean, Slim?
I ain't never called them on. I ain't never called nobody out their name. They still talk to me crazy, so it's not true.
No, I don't. I think that you take stuff. Okay, so
don't do it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I think that Slimmy takes certain things as disrespect that don't even happen.
That don't happen.
That don't happen. There's things that you've made up in your mind that you said happened that didn't happen.
That didn't happen?
No.
What I make up in my mind that didn't happen?
You just set yourself up. This got to be scripted. There ain't no way in the world that you really believe the shit that you just said, brother. You can't. We know. The audience know. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Hold up.
I'll bring out one singular point. I think it's respectful that you wouldn't call this. I think it's respectful for Slimmy to prove a point and a woman say that's why you single. That's disrespectful as fuck.
I don't look at that as disrespectful.
I know you don't.
But let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because it depends on the context of the conversation. I'll give you an example. Carrie and I had a heated discussion about Tyler Perry and Will Smith, just the last episode. Carrie said, for example, what if I called you gay? What if I did this? What if I did that, right? I didn't take that as disrespectful because in the context of the conversation, she was making a point.
And she asked the question.
No. She wasn't disrespecting me. She didn't intend to disrespect me. I didn't take it as disrespectful. I took it as a part of the conversation because of the context by which we were having it. She didn't call me that. Like, she didn't mean any harm. She was arguing a point. Now, if I was sensitive, I could have took it as disrespectful. If I was sensitive, I could have took it as disrespectful. But I'm not sensitive. And so the same things that
there's a difference between someone asking you. Let's say the shoe was on the other foot. Put yourself in their shoes. What if you were? I can completely understand that point. That does not come off as I'm attacking the person. But if you're directly saying, oh, that gives off this, or that gives off that, or that's different. That's what they're talking about. They're not that. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Now, if she would have said, listen, if she would have said that to you, you would have probably took
it. I wouldn't have. If she would have asked the question, I wouldn't have said
hold on.
Nothing. I ignore most of the stuff. What you talking about?
Let me finish. Now, if she would have said it to you, you might have taken it as disrespectful. For me, if I had took it as disrespect, then I would have called her outside of it and handled it secretly without anybody knowing it, and we would have chopped it up and figured it out. But that's the way I handle certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to have everybody else's approval to deal with a situation a certain way. And so for people that I know in real life, if stuff get out of pocket, or if people feel like something was offensive in the context of a heated discussion, I understand. Like, we human, we make mistakes, we do all of that or whatever, but I'm not going to hold a grudge. I'm going to fix that shit behind the scenes. We're going to figure it out, and we're going to keep it moving.
Q and Slimmy got into it bad up here. Bad. It got to the point to where they were ready to throw hands. I remember that like it was yesterday. You played mediator, or at least you attempted. They eventually squashed it. But let's not act like you don't advocate for some of that messiness and drama on screen. Because if that's the case, then you would have cut that live and you wouldn't have even posted that shit. You wouldn't have posted that at all. But it makes for good content.
Don't get to the money.
I don't hold grudges.
I'm trying to figure out what I thought took place that didn't happen. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
But I don't want to revisit that because it wasn't a situation between you and I, and we already didn't talked about that shit for like over an hour the last episode. But
it was plenty of other things that happened that I didn't.
I think you know what I'm talking about as far as an example.
There's plenty of other instances where I didn't miss anything. I know what I heard.
Okay.
And it was straight up disrespectful. So if it's straight up disrespectful, and then people were saying so like if this is we consider this a work environment, and if people are disrespectful to me, and then they said they weren't going to reach out and they weren't going to apologize for things that they did and said, how's that not disrespectful?
Like I said, I handle stuff a certain way. I don't think that it was disrespectful and I don't think that I'm the only person that didn't think that it was, but again, and on top of that, she did apologize to you.
I ain't talking about last week. It's plenty of other instances I said that.
So why are you just skipping over last week?
What's this? Why would I stick on last week? Why would I be stuck on last week? There's been plenty of other instances of disrespect. It's over and over and over again. And you said I imagined something. It's plenty of things that I didn't imagine that actually took place.
So what you're saying is you're standing with Quentin on the way that he handles.
I'm not standing with anybody. I'm standing with me. And I'm talking about
how you interjected.
They're having two different conversations addressing two different problems. And really, ultimately, what this comes down is to a lot of them women that you have up there, they very mouthy, they very problematic, they very combative, they very disrespectful and rude. But that's the basis of a lot of your content. You get people that like that stuff. Some people are getting sick and tired of it because there are no checks and balances. You have moments where you kind of try to intercede with stuff, but you really more or less be protecting the women up there, man. You do, especially Molly. Molly be going off. Slimmy ain't lying. He ain't lying at one bit. She cut everybody off. And she be flagrant with her mouth. People be in the comments like, man, why the hell is she even still up there? You know it. You see it. Shit. These niggas be paying you super chats to get her up off of the fucking platform. Where is he lying at?
Disrespect. You said
you interjected based off of a conversation that me and Quentin was having. So my logical conclusion is that you're speaking to something that me and Quentin was talking about. But if
I'm not. I'm speaking to something that was stated that said it wasn't disrespect. It's no disrespect that happens up here from the women, and that's not true.
No. That's not what I said. I said that I don't experience disrespect from the women. That's what I said.
You don't experience it because you signed the paychecks.
About my situation of how I interact with women. You heard what you wanted to hear because you're making it applicable to you. I gave us an example of what my experiences was with dealing with the women, and now you're saying something completely different.
I'm confused. I'm really confused. What is he supposed to be basing this off? You keep on talking about how they treat you this way and how you would approach these situations, but they don't come at you disrespectful. They don't call you gay and sassy and feminine. They don't do none of that to you. They do it to them. They argue with them. The way that they interact with you and respond to you is not the same way they do it with them. That's the problem. That's what they're trying to get you to see. You do see it though. You ain't dumb. You wouldn't be where you are if you were. You see it, but you're trying to gaslight and you're trying to maneuver out of it. It's not going to happen. Not on this one. They not letting you get away with it. You opened up that can of worms. You did.
You got it.
You and your woman needs is insane.
No, I just think that if you want to get the most out of a girl,
you can't. That's not true. Women, this ain't true, Anton. There's a reason the women over here
crazy.
No, there's a reason the women over here treat you the way they do. What you mean?
Why do they treat me the way that they do?
I don't know. Ask them.
No, you said it. You said
women don't treat you like this everywhere they go. With you talking like this, there's some certain things that you said that's probably offended people, but they didn't say shit about it.
Like what?
I don't know. I'm not the women, but they ain't gonna say.
Go on anybody else's platform where you ain't really affiliated with them. You gonna get all the smoke. You will. Jazz, she come at you. Go anywhere you ain't directly responsible for their finances. Yeah. You know exactly what he's talking about, bro. It's funny you playing like you don't. It's smart, but I get it.
Quentin, the first time that I got on this panel, you showed me nothing but backlash, interject, disrespect, to the point where Anton had to end the live stream. And the only person that checked on me was Mika, and you're interjecting now. And I really like you and respect you as a person, but dads don't stop the truth from happening. It doesn't matter. I never did anything to. I didn't do anything to cause that, and I never spoke to you about it because it doesn't matter. I just don't take stuff personal. I'm not finna cope about it, but it's not use that because it's not denying the fact that you started that first and you act like somebody's supposed to give you respect after that.
I didn't.
So I get, but I don't take it personal, but I did it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
but I feel like if anybody has an experience to where if something that I say, because I can't speak for everybody else, but if something I say makes you feel some type of way, I'll put my phone number in the chat. You can hit me up on where you follow me.
That's not how.
But if that's not the case, I see why people do to me because he never treats me like that.
I'll give them the same stuff back, and I don't care. I turn off my camera, and I'm fine. I don't take stuff with me. It's fine. You say what?
You gaslighting, bro.
What you mean? Like I don't care. Quentin, like I don't care.
Changing the subject
they do to me, I literally don't care.
No. You're moving the goalposts because you went from how women disrespect and how you react to it to now it's justifying it by saying that you don't care. Everybody up here, including you, everybody up here, including you. We make concessions for you because we just say, "Oh, that's just Quentin. That motherfucker just crazy."
I've always been this way though.
Like, hold on. We say that's just Quentin. He gonna make whoever the new girl is uncomfortable for the first 3-4 fucking months. That's just the way that he is. He just talk crazy. Don't worry about it. But you want a certain level of respect. But the first time, for the first 3 months that Lex was here, and I just tell Lex behind the scenes, like, hey, just don't worry about it, just chill out, whatever player how is playing. For the first 3 months, you were saying some wild shit about Lex.
Like what?
All right, hold on, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm. Hold on, wait.
I cussed at her.
I'm gonna go to the most neutral person. I'm gonna go to the most
wild about her.
I'm gonna go to the most neutral person on the platform. Carrie, please come.
I just want to point out, you said that Slimmy was delusional. He made all that shit up in his mind. Nobody is attacking him. It's all in his head. But now you're trying to defend her and call Quentin out on his shit. So you see all of his stuff. That's right there. But when it comes to how they get talked to, oh, you just making it up. Yeah. Okay.
Correct me, and you know I'm cool if you have a. I'm sorry, Quentin. Give me a second.
I didn't say that. I said motherfucker to her one time.
Carrie, is that true or is it not true?
And I want to know what I said. Wild, like
I'm sorry. Give me a second, Quentin. Is that true or is it not true, Carrie?
It's true, Quentin.
What?
No. What did I say about her?
So my point is, you trying to gaslight us to make it seem like, oh no, I just
women talk. Women say gaslight. Don't say that shit.
Hold on.
Don't fucking say that.
You try to gaslight us and try to make it seem like, oh no, I'm just returning energy. Nigga, you give energy unwarranted. You put that shit out there
about her. You're lying. You're lying. What did I say about her? What did I say about her?
What I recall from that, you talking about that episode where he had to end
he said I said stuff about her for 3 months. I called her a motherfucker one time, and besides that, it's a big deal. like, what do you mean? Like I'm calling her a motherfucker every day.
It's not. I don't know what you said about her specifically.
I don't say stuff. I don't get personal.
Okay.
Only person I ever got personal with was Slimmy, and we chopped it up and we're fine.
No, you chopped it up with Slimmy because you respect him.
Well, is anybody allowed to speak, Quentin?
No, you can't talk.
Because you respect him.
He the only one that chopped it up about the issues that we had because don't nobody else respect me.
Huh?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You AD, come on, bro.
I'm asking what you're talking about.
Come on, bro.
Slimmy, you speak in Morse code.
I'm not speaking in Morse code.
You got to be specific.
I'm saying it very, very plainly.
You have to be specific.
I'm saying it very plainly, and I already said it once. People was up here saying they weren't going to reach out and they weren't going to apologize for things that they said. So
why are y'all? Oh my God.
No.
What you mean? Why? What do you mean?
Anton, you got
no. Because
put your cape away.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you what I'm saying. You literally just removed the accountability and the heat from this nigga.
I'm not talking about Quentin. I'm talking about me.
You jumped in the middle of us talking about Quentin and made it about you. So
you
gave this nigga out. You gave this nigga out.
Talking about me.
You gave this nigga out.
Just a second ago, you called him delusional, said he was making it up. Nothing was being disrespectful or made to be disrespectful towards him the entire time he's been on the show. Most of it has been made up. And you trying to stop it, bro. It's like you don't think that we can comprehend what is actually happening here.
I didn't give him no out.
All right. Look at him. That's why he's grinning.
I ain't give him no out.
Yes, you did.
You gave everybody else an out when you just said we're not talking about you. You just told me that.
Sonny, what are you talking about?
Anton.
I'm listening. All right. So
you just said.
No. We're gonna put it into Quentin. Quentin, you're done. We're no longer gonna hold you accountable.
Now I am who I am, and I've been the same for the duration of my time.
We're gonna talk to Slimmy now. We're gonna talk to Slimmy. We're gonna focus 100% on Slimmy. Go ahead, Slim.
Ah, shit.
You just said nobody ever disrespected any of the men on the panel. And that's not true. And that's not true. And I ain't never talked to none of these women crazy. Never. They got out of line, and I'd be like, hey, you can't talk to me like that. So I don't understand what you're talking
You
about.
called me masculine last week, so
yeah, I
that's
did
a lie.
because you called me feminine. Because
And I did not.
Feminine. It was a return of energy. It was a return of energy. It was a return of energy, and you say something about me every show underneath your breath, and I don't respond most of the time. So what are you talking about? I don't respond the majority of the time you say anything, Lex. So you might want to sit this one out.
This is the quickest way to go from AI beginner to AI fluent in 2026. Watch this.
Shout out.
Because I don't respond to you for a reason. I don't know why you got this weird ass energy with me. You trying to copy Molly. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I think you should stay out of this one because I don't reciprocate what you give. I never do. But the problem is, Anton, you can't say the women don't be disrespectful when there was plenty of times where they were. They ain't have to apologize. They ain't have to make shit right.
Give me an example.
They talked about me for an hour and a half when I went on the show.
And what did they say?
They said a lot.
Like what?
They said a lot.
Say what I said.
Let's be specific.
Why
what
y'all
did they
trying
say?
to hold this to the fire?
Exactly. You just asked. Matter of fact, hold up. Let's rewind this. Anton, you just went at Q quitting. You said, bro, you was harassing Slim for like 3 months, 4 months. That's just how he is. He asked you, all right, well, tell me what I said. Give me something I said. You kept on diverting from it. Now you're trying. Right. Okay.
Nobody ever said, hey, but I will say this. Quentin said Molly's name 3 times Friday. He just said her name. And he was like, Molly's not here to defend herself. You ain't let nobody talk about.
Let's be specific. What did they say?
They was talking about whatever. They said whatever they wanted to about me.
And then
they said, I won't reach out. I won't apologize. And it was cool. And that shit was cool. But nobody except Kim, nobody said, hey, he's not here to defend himself. Y'all probably shouldn't be talking about him. Not one person said that. Kim was the only one. She was the only one that spoke up.
She's an amazing person.
Oh my God, this nigga.
You owe me a stipend. I gave you a new friend, Slimmy. You owe me hit my cash out. My name.
Listen, all right. So this is what I've concluded. Everybody is sensitive. About I'm not discriminating. I'm not talking. Oh, look at y'all emotional again. Why are y'all cutting the camera off? I'm not even talking about
y'all is multiple.
I'm not even talking about Slimmy. I'm talking about in general. Y'all so emotional.
If I'm emotional and sensitive, why have I yet to say anything personal about it?
Why are you cutting the camera off? You didn't even get the full context about what I was about
people
to say.
That said things about my family. They done made things personal. They done made things personal. I ain't never said nothing personal about nobody. So if I'm so sensitive, just because we have a disagreement,
I didn't even say you specifically, Slimmy. Why are you always a victim? I wasn't even speaking about you.
All right.
Because I wasn't even speaking about you. The minute that you get upset with something, the first thing you do is you quit us.
What's wrong with that?
Because I wasn't talking about you.
What's wrong with that?
Because you easily offended. You get all right. You're right.
What's wrong with that?
You're right.
What's wrong with? Am I easily offended, or am I always getting some weird ass energy from somebody?
Okay, you're right, Slim.
You was talking about Quentin and how he get with the women and how he yells at them. He might call them out their name. I ain't never called nobody out their name up here.
So what is me and Quentin and me holding Quentin accountable?
But
wait. Let me finish my question. What does me and Quentin having a disagreement about how Quentin talked to the women have to do with you?
Because you said You said that they treat you with respect because you ain't never called them out their name. You ain't never disrespected them. And they've disrespected me. And I ain't never called them out their name. And I ain't never said nothing sideways to them. Unless they said something to me.
You didn't answer the question. What does me and Quentin having a conversation about how he speaks to the women have to do with you?
Because it's not true. You're saying that because you don't talk to them crazy and you don't call them out their name, that they show you maximum respect. Well, I don't call them out their name or do anything to them of that ilk either, but they don't show me no respect at all.
Why do you think that is?
For them, it's cool for them.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Why is that?
Why do you think that is?
Because of a disagreement? Because I ain't never said nothing personal about these women up here. So it has to be just simply because it's a disagreement of what my thoughts are compared to what their thoughts are.
I don't think that that's what it is.
So what is it then? Because I ain't never talked to these women crazy.
I believe that you are easily offended, honestly. And I think you take the smallest things that's not even intended to be disrespectful.
Okay, so a woman telling me or what isn't disrespectful?
No, I don't think so.
Y'all got it.
You got it.
I don't think so. Did he just dip?
Sensational.
It is what it is. I don't take it personal. I don't really.
Bro, you know what's up here, man. You know exactly what's going on, brother. You tried it though. The people who watch you and they've been watching you, they know. If that's how you want to run your show, cool. You're gonna have a lot of people go somewhere else because of the biases and the hypocrisy. Like, you really tried it. You really tried it. Them women up there know what's going on. They know who they can get away with that shit with and who not to. You know, if you went to another platform, these women don't have no affiliation with you, no contracts. They gonna go at you just like they go at Slimmy and Quentin. Yeah, what do y'all think?
Welcome aboard the flight. This is pilot Pushite the talking. We going back to Memphis and coming straight from New Orleans. The estimated time of arrival is about an hour, and I can turn your ghost if you try and play with my power. So when you look up and see the sun flashing, stay in your seat. If the flight attendant say you making trouble, then we got beef. The turbulence might get rocky. You better not spill your food. This is brand new plane if you get it missing.